Hi. I don't know if I can say good morning because I left the house. It's about 11:30. So, I was hoping this bench would be in the shade, but it's not. Oh well. Oh, I need to sit for a little bit. My short walk has turned into a longer walk. It's very humid here. It's in the 80s, which is not normal for me in Wisconsin, but unfortunately, it means a lot of people are going to be at the beach, crowding together, and unfortunately, many of those people are going to be from hotspots here in Milwaukee who are not, how did they say that? Who are asymptomatic. They have it, the COVID, but they're just not showing any signs. And so we're going to have another big outbreak, which is sad because we're just starting to open up again. Companies are starting to get back to work, and people are, well, once that shut down, they're starting to open up. People are starting to hire, but this weekend may stop that. And I want to get out of the sun because when I sat down, the clouds were covering the sun and the breeze was nice and cool, but the sun is hot. Okay, here we go. A little bit of shade. Um, I could sit on the grass, but then I couldn't get back up. I struggled to get up. My knees are so bad, but they're getting better. I'm getting better at it. Oh, maybe pine cones in that tree. How pretty. Anyway, um, good morning. Afternoon. Um, I started a new course called Wake Up. Well, I did this last year. At the beginning of last year, I got this course, and it's called Wake Up Productive by Eben Pagan. And I was like, okay, I'm doing this again. And it's how to break two habits and start two replacement habits in 90 days. And he does just the two habits because that's the best way to do it. Through his study and research, he found out that seems to work the best. So yeah, it's time to get working on it. And first thing you gotta do is figure out what habits you want to break, and then you have to take a good close look at them and decide what habits are inside of those habits, because there's always like tiny habits that are linked to bigger habits, and when you break those tiny habits, it's when you start breaking the bigger ones. So anyway, I got on his website today. I was like, oh great, Monday, Memorial Day here in the US, I can do this, get really into it. The website's down. I was like, oh, come on. But anyways, it's Memorial Day here in the US, and people say Happy Memorial Day, and then as I got older, it's like, well, it's a day of remembrance of those who gave their life in battle and for our freedoms. And I was like, well, it's not a happy day, it's a sad day. And so I'm very reluctant to say Happy Memorial Day. A lot of people use it as a party time. Family get together, but with the COVID-19, the family get togethers are supposed to be small. Here in Wisconsin, we're supposed to stay in groups of less than 10 people, and we're supposed to keep the 6 feet distance between us. Um, my family doesn't get together for this sort of thing anymore. We used to do picnics when I was a kid. It was pretty trees over there. A lot of things are blossoming right now, and it's just so gorgeous, and it's murder on my allergies. Let me see, maybe I can turn around carefully and catch them. Oh, see, right over here. It's really pretty. I don't know if they're showing up, but they're just gorgeous. So anyway, I was thinking today that in a way it's not wrong to say Happy Memorial Day. I mean, they died, many of them not by choice. They did not choose to become soldiers. They were conscripted. And that goes back, that's way before the Vietnam War that the draft happened. I mean, Civil War, they were drafting people. Revolutionary War, they were kind of drafting people. So, yeah, actually, I think if you look through history, you'll find out they've been drafting people for hundreds of thousands, not hundreds of thousands, but thousands and thousands of years back to the beginning. Whenever there was a war, people were just, get your sword, get your spade, get your whatever, get it out there and fight. So in that sense, it's sad, but in another sense, it's joyful because here in the United States, they fought for our freedoms. And I know a lot of idiots are like, I have to wear a face mask. That's not free. That's against my freedoms. Blah 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 blah. It's like, oh, grow up. You sound like a freaking 3-year-old. Knock it off. I'm not a. I mean, kids are nice from a distance. I never wanted any. I never had any. Thank you, God. And yeah, I don't want to have to deal with them. That's just me. So it's not that I hate kids. It's just I like them from a distance. uh, which is one reason I'm kind of really enjoying this COVID-19 safer at home thing, because the park's not full of kids. And I always have to be careful when I'm around kids in the park, because I'm a single person, and some of the parents are like, is she a pedophile? It's like, no, I'm not a pedophile. Is she going to steal my kids because she doesn't have any of her own? It's like, no, I'm not interested in your kids. I like to watch them because they're goofy and they do fun stuff because they're inhibited. No, I can't say the word. Inhibited. They're not inhibited. They're free. They're honest. They're cool. But yeah. So I hope you enjoy today wherever you're at. I hope you have freedom. I hope you have work either now or in your very near future. And God bless you all. Bye.